Arkansas is home to numerous ghost stories, from a haunted opera house to spirits living in an old boarding home from the 1800s. In this video, we'll be looking at the Clayton House. This massive Italianate-style home had its beginnings as the Sutton Mansion, built in 1852. 30 years later, after serving as a Union Army hospital during the Civil War and falling out of the hands of its Confederate sympathizing owner, the home was purchased by William Henry Harrison Clayton. Clayton, who was the federal prosecutor of the famed court of Judge Isaac C. Parker, had the home doubled in size with extensive remodeling into its Victorian style. Appointed in 1874 by President Ulysses S. Grant as U.S. Attorney of the largest federal jurisdiction in the country, more than 74,000 square miles, including Indian Territory. Clayton lived in the home for 15 years with his wife Florence, raising 6 daughters and 1 son. In 1897, Clayton was appointed federal judge of the newly created Central District of the Indian Territory by President William McKinley, and the family moved to the town of McAllister in Indian Territory. After being leased by the family to a military social and athletic club in 1897, the home began a 6-decade chapter of serving as a boarding house. It was sold by the family in 1921. In 1924, a boarder named Emma High purchased the home and continued to operate it as a boarding house through the 1960s. Families occupied each of the main 8 rooms, 4 downstairs and 4 upstairs. A fire broke out in the 1960s in an upstairs bedroom, spreading to the attic, but it was extinguished without the home being ruined. By 1969, the home was in deep disrepair, and Emma High could not find a buyer. The city scheduled the home's demolition, which was halted by the Fort Smith Heritage Foundation, which eventually led to the home's authentic restoration. Architects took the home apart piece by piece and put it back together to reflect its original Victorian grandeur. The home opened as a historic house museum in 1977, as it remains to this day. 4 spirits are believed to haunt the Clayton House. Former Governor of Arkansas Powell Clayton, who has spoken through a medium saying he is attached to certain items in the home. A spirit known as the Tall Man. It is uncertain whether this is the original owner of the home, Mr. Sutton, or perhaps Mr. Clayton himself. This apparition is known for several sounds of boot stomping and appearing as a man in a suit and a top hat with a scowl on his face. The Clayton House is home to another spirit. This one is reported as seeming to be gentle and peaceful. She has been seen wearing a brown dress with her hair in a bun. In 2007 and 2008, a carpenter was fixing something in the office when he saw this apparition of a woman curiously watching him. Another spirit calls the Clayton House home. A little girl called Gracie has been playing all over the house. She could be Mr. Sutton's daughter who died here, which would offer another explanation as to why Mr. Sutton may be here as well. She may be the one who likes to play with the lights. The EVP of a man shouting obscenities and someone calling Anna have been captured. Multiple spirits have communicated with paranormal investigators through different devices. Women have had their hair pulled. Music and singing have also been heard throughout the house. Footsteps, boot stomping, and door slamming have all been observed. This would be an exciting place for a paranormal investigation, if you don't scare easily.